How this week's market stats affect buyers and sellers in Hoboken and Jersey City. This is Brian Murray with the weekly numbers. So let's take a look. Look, the available listings is staying relatively flat. You know, Hoboken 166, Jersey City a little under 200. But the under contracts in the last 30 days, that is really headed downward. 73 in Hoboken, 65 in Jersey City. So there's definitely a fall off in the market. Rising interest rates are playing a big part of this. The ask to sold price, that is a 60-day lagging indicator, so don't worry about it. And the average days on market, you can see that they're still relatively low, but that's for what's under contract. You know, what's very interesting to me is that there's not a lot of backfill. So you'd expect, as soon as the market quote unquote slows down, that there'd be a lot more inventory on the market, and that's not really the case. So what you're seeing is that while there aren't as many homes under contract, there aren't as many homes coming onto the market at the same time. So I'm kind of looking at it as saying, hey, you know, those sellers are concerned about interest rates and maybe that they don't want to put their home on the market when there's all this volatility, or they're a little concerned on the backside. They were buyers for a long time and trying to find something, and maybe they're like saying, well, maybe I shouldn't buy right now, maybe we should just wait it out. It doesn't take a lot of folks to say push their decision off 6 months to a year to see what happens to make the market tight again. Look, if you were a family and you're thinking about going to the suburbs and you're like, you know what, I was planning on an interest rate of 3% to 4%, and now that interest rate is 5 to 6%. Hey, you know, maybe I can't afford as much house. There might be a concern to say, you know, let's let this play out for another year, and maybe those rates will come back down, or the prices will come down, which they won't, but maybe the rates will come down, and you know, we'll be able to afford it again. So let's let it ride for a year. The kids can stay in school for another year, no big deal. And then all of a sudden there's a supply constraint again in the Hoboken Jersey City market. So these are the weekly market numbers, but look out for that supply constraint starting to appear over the next few months, and we'll keep an eye on that. This is Brian Murray for the weekly market numbers, Hoboken Jersey City.